Alright, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in to Blunt Logic, episode 3. So today, we have the tricky topic of medicine saves lives. Now, before I start this talk off, or this rant off, I want to let you know that medicine has its place in America. Now, however much I might hate medications, they are there specifically to save your life. But, once they save your life, you got to figure out what the hell caused your symptom to begin with. Right? So we're going to go over that today. We're going to go over where medicine came from, why medicine is the devil, other than to be able to save your life. So if you like this, like it, share it, and if you have some topics you want me to talk about later, go right into it. So medicine equals the devil. So what am I talking about here? So where did medicine actually come from? If you actually look into it, medicine and medicinal herbs have been used way back when, like for the longest amount of time possible. And the cool thing about those traditional medicines, they all were plant-based, all grown in the ground, and all natural ways to help your body move towards the right direction. Now, I almost swore there, trying to censor myself. The little jerk came along by the name of J.D. Rockefeller, bought out medical schools, and started changing it to more petroleum-based medications. So that way he could make more money because he was the first billionaire in the United States when I think the annual salary was like $500. So guy was a jerk to begin with. He's a piece of crap. And that's where it actually came from, was when he took the traditional medicine and changed it into modern medicine to what it is today, which is just a lie and a shame because what we use with the wellness weight are those traditional medicines from back in the day, the traditional Chinese herbs or different herbs that grow from the ground because God put everything in the earth that we need to survive and thrive, okay? So if you don't believe me on that one, look up J.D. Rockefeller. He was a piece of crap, okay? Moving on to the next slide here, okay? So, yeah, if you look this guy up, J.D. Rockefeller is a bad feller. Rockefeller, bad feller. Pretty funny joke there. Thought you might like that. Anyways, he was basically sought out to destroy anything that had any competition to him. So basically, he wanted to make sure he commanded and conquered everything in the world because he was power hungry, and anybody that stood in his way, he would try to demolish, shut down, and get rid of. So any holistic doctors, functional medicine doctors, chiropractors, anybody who got in the way of using his medications, he would try to smudge them out. So no wonder chiropractic has a bad rap when you have somebody as powerful as J.D. Rockefeller, who commanded so many negative things. He was the first one to use media to confuse and persuade people to like him, even though he's a piece of crap. His March of Dimes was literally him flying on his little special helicopters or planes. He'd give a kid a freaking dime, and half the time he'd take the dime back. It was just a photo opportunity for him to make him look like he was a good person because he was such a bad person. So modern medicine, basically, the hidden agenda behind it is all evil. I mean, realistically it is, because once you get put on a medication, when do they ever tell you that you're going to get off of that medication? They never do. Why? Because they don't know what the hell caused your symptom to begin with, because all they care about is what you come in with symptoms, and they're just going to give you a medication for each one of those symptoms. Now, do medications work? Yes. How do I know that they work? They work so well that they will destroy everything in your body in order to force your body to do what that medication was designed. You have high blood pressure? I am going to force your body to shut your heart down, drop that blood pressure down. You're going to get exhausted. You're going to be fatigued. You're going to have decrease in blood pressure. You're going to have lethargy. You're going to gain weight. All of these things are because you wanted to take a medication. Instead of changing your life and changing your habits that caused your symptoms to begin with, you wanted to take a simple pill to be able to kind of forget about your problems. It's a foolish way to live, all right? So we're going to go over some of those things here too. Now, here's a trick question that I always throw out to people. Who is healthier? A person who has 0 medications or a person who has an entire medicine cabinet chock full of medication? Who's going to be healthier? The person with no medications, right? But again, one medication is going to lead to what? More medications. So one drug leads to another drug, eventually leads to surgery, and then more drugs because they did surgery. And if they take something out of your body, by definition, your body can never function again at 100%. That's not my definition. You look up Webster's Dictionary, and you'll be able to find that one out, okay? So remember, you don't need things taken out of your body. You just need to work with your body in order to make your body function at 100%, right? So when we talk about, let's see here, go, boom, 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 yep, and then it leads to surgery. So all these things, all these medications that are out there do massive damage to the body. Again, not my words, whose words? The drug companies, the medications, because every single one of those medications has a commercial, and what does that commercial do? It has people frolicking through, and oh my gosh, my life is so good, this is so amazing, oh, I'm sitting in a bathtub next to my husband or wife in another bathtub, because that makes logical sense in types of commercial, because it doesn't make any sense at all. Just like it doesn't make sense to take a medication for blood pressure, and then all of a sudden you wait for the grand finale, and about 45 seconds of a 1-minute commercial is dedicated to wrangling off as many side effects as humanly possible, not to mention they're working to get rid of those side effects that are even given in the commercial. I'll be honest with you, most people don't even pay attention to those commercials at all, so it just doesn't make any freaking sense. So let's go over this. I'm just going to get worked up if I don't keep moving on here. So, top 10 medications. I looked this up here, and you're going to have to bear with me here because when I wrote it out on my little PowerPoint slide, I am new to PowerPoint on an iPad, so I am doing my best. So the number one medication that's out there nowadays is Humira, okay? So if you think, I guarantee you can think of at least one person who you know who is on Humira. Now, all of these things that I'm going to be going over here, again, this is not my research. Well, technically it's my research because I looked it up, but you all should be doing this. Because so often, we'll give somebody a vitamin D supplement, and they're like, well, what's in this? What does this do? How does this work in my body? Is this okay for me? Can I take this with this? But you never second guess yourself if one of your freaking doctors give you another medication for you to take. It's stupid, it's foolish, don't be an idiot. Otherwise, you deserve your symptoms that you're coming down with. Ultimately, that's the truth. Wise up, do your own research. Go to drugs.com. Super freaking easy. Drugs.com, and then do the symptom interaction checker, because if you don't know what drugs you're taking and you don't know how they work together, I can guarantee you your doctor also has no freaking clue what you are on or what the contraindications are. And I can vouch for that because I talked with a pharmacist that works with the Wellness Way. His name is Dan Walters, and there's so many times that he has to stop somebody from filling a prescription because if they take that and they consume that medication with another one that they're on, they will die. Okay, so who has your best interest in mind? Empower yourself, be educated. So let's go over this here. So Humira, it's going to be found for fibromyalgia, right? And when we go through this, all of this stuff, all the top 10 medications, all the top 10 killers of the United States is all going to be due to inflammation. So if you have a certain level of inflammation in your body, don't take the freaking medication and figure out why your dang body's inflamed to begin with, okay? Use your brain. So, side effects, I'll be honest with you, the list was way too long. I mean, all these are way too long for me to even go through. But the crazy one, and actually I think the top 3 of these ones have a very similar side effects, is that it can cause a serious and rare form of lymphoma. So you sign up because you have some fibromyalgia, you have some inflammation causing pain in your body, and as a side effect of you taking a medication, you're going to get a nasty version of lymphoma cancer. Does that sound like a very wise trade-off to you? It shouldn't. It's freaking foolish. It's stupid. Do your damn research, okay? Stop it. So it could be causing fatal interactions and fatal infections in your body too. That's what I meant to say. This light is blinding me here. I got some new lights in the office, so deal with it. All right, so Abilify, antipsychotic medication, increases risk of death in the elderly, basically kills them off faster. Thoughts of suicide, changes in mood, can cause damage to a newborn if taken in the 3rd trimester. Got that going for you, huh? Difficulty speaking, drooling, loss of balance, muscle trembling, uncontrolled movements of the body, seizures. Okay? Really? Really? Are you kidding me? Does that sound like a very fair trade-off? And not to mention, if somebody is a little bit psychotic, does it sound like that's a good thing to give somebody who's potentially psychotic? Hell no. Okay? Don't do that. It's stupid. Again. And let's move down to number 3. Enbrel, E-N-B-R-E-L, for more autoimmune, psoriatic arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, can increase risk of developing cancer, rare cancers, again, lymphoma, a rare form of lymphoma. So you come in with an autoimmune disease, which already puts you at a higher risk for cancer, and you basically just fuel that sucker up to push you right into that cancer. Good job, guys. Good job. Take your Enbrel and wonder where your cancer came from. And they'll say it's your genes, or yeah, that's pretty much it. Your genes, your culture, you know, it's hereditary. Your mom had lymphoma, so you have lymphoma. Don't let that lie seep into your brain because it's not serving you at all. All right, when taken, Enbrel, when taken, can weaken the immune system and cause serious and fatal conditions. Okay, so if you have an autoimmune disease, your body's attacking yourself, more or less, okay, in layman's terms. So what this is going to try to do is suppress your immune system. So if you suppress your immune system, does that sound like a good thing for your health? Follow my head. It's not, okay? Because if you're taking those medications, it's weakening your immune system, how are you going to be able to fight the common flu? How are you going to be able to fight chickenpox or measles or, oh my gosh, polio? Because everybody's worried about freaking polio. Don't even get me started on that. This is going to be another blunt logic when I talk about vaccines and the bull crap behind that. Yeah, so let's move on to the next one here. Trying to speed along as fast as I can. Number 4 is going to be Crestor, which, by the way, if you're on a statin drug, get the hell off of that statin drug. It is not serving you in any capacity at all. It's supposed to help you with hereditary cholesterol or dyslipidemia. Bullshit. You ate like crap because your parents ate like crap, which is why your body is stressed out. Not only that, but your bad diet and your bad habits came from your parents, absolutely. The genes didn't have anything to do with it. But the other thing on top of that is that if you're not exercising, if you're not taking care of your spine, if you're not taking care of your nervous system, you're going to be more prone to having cholesterol issues anyways. And if you have any kind of inflammation in the body, whether it's digestive issues, or even if you cut your finger, you're going to have higher cholesterol, or if you're eating your food allergies, that's going to lead you to have higher cholesterol. Let's see, what else can I say? Oh, decrease in hormones. So if you're on birth control, it can raise up your cholesterol because birth control suppresses hormones, but your body needs hormones. So cholesterol is a base molecule for all of your hormones. The list goes on and on and on. But if you're taking Crestor, this is what you can do for you. It basically will kill you, and it will kill your heart because it shuts down a certain pathway that basically if you're not taking CoQ10, your heart will fall apart. So you're taking Crestor because you're told it's going to be healthy for your heart. Meanwhile, you're directly affecting your heart and killing the tissue off. So come on, let's be serious now. So let's see here. Also, it can cause a breakdown of your skeletal muscle tissue. Well, that's good. Your muscles fall apart. Yeah. Then the other thing here, too, is kidney failure or kidney stones. I had a patient that came in. He kept getting kidney stones over and over and over again. He's been on Crestor for the past 5 years. Get off the damn Crestor because that's what's causing your kidney stones. So if you come in here and you ask me, hey, Dr. Jock, can you get me off of this medication? Or can you, let's rewind that. Can you get rid of my kidney stones? I will never say yes if you're still continuing to take that same medication. Now, as a chiropractor, I can't tell you to get on or off of the medication, but what I can tell you to do is tell your doctor that you want to get your butt off of that medication because it's not serving you. So find something that will serve you, and that's being with a healthy diet, healthy mind, and a healthy spine, okay? I think that all just rhymed. That was totally by accident. All right, the other thing I want to talk about with Crestor and statin drugs is everything in your body, basically every single thing from nervous system tissue to brain tissue to getting an erection, all has to do with having cholesterol. If you do not have cholesterol, your testosterone will drop, you will have ED, you will be trying to push rope the whole time, and that's not going to serve you at all. So get off of that statin drug sooner rather than later. All right, next one is Lantus Solostar. It's a type 2 and potentially type 1 diabetes regulation medication. Basically, if you're taking anything for diabetes, you basically just need to figure out what the heck is causing your diabetes. Change your diet. Change your food, make sure you're eating healthy things. If you have insulin resistance, fix your insulin resistance. If you don't believe that it can be done, look up Dr. Jason Nobles. He's a part of the Wellness Way in Green Bay. He went from quite a heavy man all the way down to what he is today. He's CrossFitter for life. He's in great shape, and he was dealing with the same issues that I'm sure a lot of you and your friends have been dealing with in the past. And this is what we do with the Wellness Way. We don't guess, we test and figure out why you have the condition you came in for. Sovaldi, okay, treatment for hepatitis C. I was surprised this was even in the top 10 of medications. It's an antiviral medication, and guess what it does? It causes you to have thoughts of killing yourself, sad or emptiness, loss of pleasure or interest. That sounds like phenomenal side effects for having hep C. Advair discus, black tarry stool, burning, tingling, numbness in the hands, feet, and legs. Basically, it slaughters your immune system. If you look that one up on drugs.com, you're not going to like any of those negative effects. Nexium, which I'm not surprised at all if this is on there. Heartburn, so basically you can get blistering of the skin, bloating, constipation, difficulty swallowing, fever, joint pain, aka arthritis, seizures, and headaches. Oh, that sounds fantastic. All because you choose to eat shit and not get your food allergies tested and not fix your gut. Learn from that. Januvia, all right? Januvia is going to be used for diabetes again, so it can cause heart failure, kidney disease, heart problems, pancreatitis, high triglycerides, gallstones, shortness of breath, swelling of the legs, hands, and feet, weight gain, and cause you to go hypoglycemic, especially if you use it in conjunction with other drugs. And I'm going to tell you this, I saved the best for last. Lyrica. If I see another freaking Lyrica commercial, this is one of the ones, again, that had one of the largest lists of side effects of drugs that are out there. I'm going to read them off for you as best I can. I typed a whole bunch in there, but again, I'm going blind from this light here. But basically, it's an anticonvulsant. It's used for fibromyalgia and some epilepsy, but primarily it's used for fibromyalgia. So, common side effects. Not even like rare or like every once in a while you'll get these things, or we saw one person maybe once in a blue moon had it. Let's go through this. So, number one thing is infection. Number two, ataxia, blurred vision, constipation, diplopia, dizziness, drowsiness, fatigue, headaches, peripheral neuropathy, edema, tremor, weight gain, loss of eyesight, accidental injury. I was curious about that one. Does that mean you just kill yourself and you call it suicide? How do you accidentally hurt yourself unless you're talking about suicide being on this medication? Stupid. Okay, going on to the next one. Weight gain, loss of eyesight, accidental injury, xerostomia, abnormal gait, confusion, anemia, arthralgia, asthenia, cognitive dysfunction, confusion, more edema, neuropathy, speech issues, sinusitis, vertigo, myasthenia gravis, increased appetite, twitching, and the list goes freaking on and on and on and on. So why do I get so freaking fired up about this stuff? Why? Because I actually care about my patients and I care about my country. Not to sound like a patriot right now, but seriously, this shit has to stop. Sorry for the swearing, but it has to. And if you don't take it up and you don't take your own responsibility to look up what you are putting in your body, then this is your fault. You are the one who is doing this to yourself, because ultimately your health is 1,000% dependent on you. All of your decisions that you have made up until this point have brought you to the symptoms of this point. Whether it's cancer, diabetes, heart disease, you name it, your poor decisions in life, not your genetics, your poor decisions have bred you to where you are today. So either you continue down that same path, keep suffering, and keep trying to bring people into you and complain all the time because you're sick, you're not getting any better, or you change the way you think and empower yourself to let your body know that it is able to heal. There's nothing that is too far gone for your body to be able to heal. You read through the Bible, you see miraculous things happen all the time. Okay? Greater things are supposed to be done through us than Jesus was able to do himself. So, if your body, simply put, if your body can heal a cut on your hand, why can it not heal one of your conditions that you might have in the body? Why? Because there's a breakdown somewhere throughout the body. Figure out what's causing it, put it back together, put your body back together so that you can function at 100% or as close to as you can again. Ignorance is not bliss with your health. Guessing is not bliss with your health. Doing stupid things to yourself is not health. Do things, research things, and empower yourself to be in 100% control. And that's what I'm here to do as a Wellness Way Doc and Pittsburgh. That's what we do all across the country, is empower you to know exactly what your body needs at any given time to push you towards the right direction. All right, that's why I have patients who come from Maryland. That's why I have patients who come from Ohio. That's why I have patients that come from hours away, and I train with people hours away, and I have patients in Houston still. This is why, because we do things very unique and very differently. And because of that, we get very unique and different results. So if we talk about treating cancer, cancer has a 2.1% success rate over 5 years. It's 2.3, and I believe it's Australia. So guess what? I don't chalk my statistics up to traditional medicine. You know why? Because I have a patient who's coming from Ohio, just came in this morning. Again, he was at 150 some with his PSA with prostate cancer, and they told me he had 2 months to live, and in 2 months his PSA went from the 150s down to 17. And you know what's hilarious too? He's doing fantastic. He's doing so well that he's now worried that his wife needs help more than he does. I'm going to just stop there for a minute. Give the body what it needs. Treat the body individually and not as a group. Not a one-size-fits-all, which is all medicine is. Rewind the script. Stop taking the crappy medications that are out there. Stop second-guessing what's healthy, what foods are healthy, and worry about what you're putting in your body in terms of medications, because every single one of those medications has a massive list of side effects. And if you don't look them up, and you come into our office and you're like, hey, I have fatigue, but you're on blood pressure medication, and you don't know that your blood pressure medication causes your fatigue, guess who's going to point that out? this guy. And when he asks me if I can give you energy, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to say I can do my best, but as long as you're on that medication, you will never be back at 100% again. Because nothing can ever make you 100% again if you're taking something synthetically from the outside in. Fix your body, push it in the right direction, and let it coast. You should never be stuck on anything for the rest of your life unless you have some herbs that you truly enjoy. I have some herbs that I truly enjoy. Astragalus is one of them. Ashwagandha is one of them. I like to beat my body up a little bit. But get there and be healthy. So that's my little rant for today. I'm looking over my side computer here. I went way longer than I thought that I was going to. I can't see it. It's like 20 minutes or so. But I see Doris is on here as usual. Doris, I love you. I love that you're on here all the time. And Debbie, what's up? So Debbie knows a lot about what I'm talking about here too, with people not necessarily taking responsibility for their health, and they try to look for answers, and realistically they get upset when we charge them money, but I mean, you let your body go for that long, so that's kind of your fault again. So Doris blows her mind about the commercials? Absolutely. Yeah, those commercials are unbelievable. The stuff that they're able to get away with and still say, oh, but this is healthy for you, is foolish. Something happened to your husband too, Doris. I didn't see that message when you pushed that through, so I'm not sure what that exactly pertains to. But long story short, I'm going to end this up here, or clean this up, end this up, so that way you all can go on with your day. But ultimately, if you guys like this information, like this material, share it. Pass this information out. And honestly, I'm not here to be a jerk. I'm not here to be, a gigantic dick or anything, but ultimately, your health is your responsibility. And if I have to be rude and I have to shock you and I have to swear to get you to change, then I'm going to do it because I'll sacrifice myself to be able to get you to where you need to go. But if you don't listen to me, again, it's ultimately your fault. So I'm going to cancel, delete the sacrifice myself thing. But I'll talk to y'all later. And some of you, I'll see you later on this week. Take care, everyone.